Welcome back, everybody, to another fun gear review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Cold Steel Finhawk model number 20NPKZ. That's November Papa Kilo Zulu. I got this off Amazon. Current list price is $24.69. Let's get into a few of the details of this, and then we will take a closer look here at the packaging. Comes with a 4-inch blade that's 10.16 centimeters with a 2.7 millimeter thickness, that's 7/64 roughly, and a 7.5 millimeter blade bevel, that's pretty close to 19/64. It is 4116 German stainless steel that is cryo quenched. List weight of this is 5.3 ounces or 0.15 kilograms. The handle and sheath are made of high impact polypropylene, but the handle is molded a second time with an outer coating of thermoplastic rubber, otherwise known as TPR. So I'm really curious to get my hands on that and see how it feels, because if you've been following my channel for any amount of time, quite a few knives I've picked up that are polypropylene handles. I complain that, you know, it's just one more step to add that rubber stuff, as I call it, which is the TPR, thermoplastic rubber, to make a better handle for wet hands. This particular design is a collab between Andrew Demko and Lynn C. Thompson. Alright, so let's take a closer look at the packaging. Now, I was surprised to see that this came carded. I was expecting a box, but I'm pleasantly surprised to see that this is carded. Because if you were to see this in the store, I think this is really cool. They let you see the sheath, which there is a drain hole in the bottom of that sheath, and the knife. The knife just isn't stuck in the sheath. You get to see everything like this, which I think is really cool. Okay, let's get this out. See if I can do it without making a big old mess here. Okay. I should be able to... There we go. Oh, wow. That does feel really good. That is a really good blade or handle design. Let's see if we can pop this guy out, or am I gonna have to cut the other side? Nope. You can pop that out. Okay. Oh, give you a close-up of the UPC here. Model number, all that good stuff, if you need that information. Everyday carry. I don't know where you can everyday carry a 4-inch blade. Where I live here in Michigan, unless it's hunting season, you're limited to a 3-inch blade that you can legally carry. Alright, let's get some close-ups here. Look at that. Made in Taiwan by our allies in Taiwan. So I'm really curious. That's kind of thumb swell right there. That is, wow, for an ice pick grip. That is like really, really nice. Lanyard hole. Now, right out the gate, this is very Mora-like, and from my research, there's a stub tang that only goes about 2/3 of the way down in here, and then this handle is molded around it. So no batoning with this. Not unless you want to break it. It's very much like a Mora. Alright, let's take a closer look here at the sheath. It's just injection molded. I like that though. I like the drain hole. And this is their Securex design, which is supposed to lock around this collar. So let's see how that works. Oh yeah, that's a pretty positive lock. Oh boy. Yeah, I'd say it's positive. Now see, what's happening is there's some, see if I can get some light in there. Let me grab a flashlight here, because there's some rails down in there, and I'm sure as they break in, see those rails? I'm sure as those rails break in over time, that's what snaps around the guard right here. And it's even got a positive stop there. So, really cool. It's a nice little design. But I really, you can definitely feel that rubber-like, and see the texture? That swirl type, almost like a, you know what it kind of looks like? It kind of looks like bark on some trees I've seen. It's kind of cool. But I love that handle design. That handle design fits my hand. I got pretty decent sized hands too. I wear a large glove size, so yeah. There doesn't appear, nope, no 90-degree spine. It's rounded. So if you wanted to strike a ferro rod with this, you'd have to take that to a sander. Alright, let's check the weight on this knife. The listed weight is 5.3 ounces or 0.15 kilograms. So let's get it on. So just the blade right now is it's coming up at 3 1/8 of an ounce. With the sheath, 4 3/8 of an ounce. So that's actually coming in under its listed weight. In metric, 87 grams. With the sheath, 123 grams. So that works. The sharpness out of the box. Ooh, that does feel sharp. Okay, redneck sharpness test. Well, we got some hair on the blade. I don't know if you can see that, but there's definitely some hair there. Okay, phone book paper time. Oh, that's not good. Oh, there we go. That must have been operator error. So it is sharp. That is very sharp. Even James thinks it's sharp. A small comparison with similar blades. Here we have the Condor Pterosaur. And these two are pretty close to the same size. Except the fin hawk looks a little shorter. And then we've got the Garberg Mora. And it is a good deal shorter than the Garberg Mora. Okay? But I thought you'd like to see, you know, size-wise, they're pretty close. They're all pretty close. Alright, let's take this guy outside and put it through some work. That is one large heaping wheelbarrow full of weeds, small woody plants that have diameters anywhere from index finger size down to pinky finger size. And I cut all of them with the Fin Wolf. Did a pretty good job. And look at that. Look at that right there. That right there is pretty close to finger size. cut right with a fin wolf. So, first part of my chores for today are done. I'm clearing some land. That's a lot of weeds. Toggle. That thing is still razor sharp. Let's try a feather stick, shall we? Wow. That is nice and sharp. I'm liking that. All right, final thoughts time. I gotta say, I'm very impressed, very shocked at how much I like this cold steel blade. I mean, The grind on it just makes cutting with this an absolute joy. You know, I'm kind of kicking myself for not getting one of this blade earlier. This Finhawk's just been wonderful. Now, I haven't had any problem with any chipping out or damaging of the edge in any way. I've used it. I haven't abused it, but I have used it pretty hard. Okay? And this German 4116 steel, I haven't had any issues with it. I think most of the reviews where I seen where people were having problems was when the blade first came out, and they might have had some issues with their heat treat, but completely satisfied with it. Pros: it's inexpensive, it works, it has one of the best handles out of any knife I've tested. This overmolded rubber, this texturized rubber is just awesome. You know, it's just perfect. I can't emphasize enough how good the handle is. All right. The price is right. It's inexpensive. You know, cons. It looks to be a 3/4 stub tang. I was using a magnet, and the magnet will only get to about here. So it's a stub. It's like a Mora in that respect. Another con is that the sheath is not ambidextrous. It's only set up for a right-hand carry. But honestly, I think that's not as big of a deal because of the price you're getting it for. It's just amazing. And that's why I'm going to give this blade a thumbs up on our $50 knife challenge. So if you're in the market for an inexpensive knife that's very Mora-like, but is not a Mora, you might want to give the Finhawk a look. You know, or maybe place it among several different blades and make your decision. You're not going to do any heavy batoning with it, but food prep and a ton of other tasks, flawless. And it holds an edge very well. It's still very sharp, and I have not touched that edge. So that's all I got to say about that, folks. Finhawk, thumbs up. And that's it for this episode of $50 Knife Challenge. Thank you for watching.